shortly coming up, we're actually going to have a runner interview with our runner for Mario Kart Double Dash here in a second. But just as a reminder, we're here on Hope for the Holidays, which is our second annual charity event here on the Binary Breakers channel. It's part of our community. Uh, if you want to check out what else we've got coming up besides that interview and then leading into Mario Kart Double Dash, you can check out the schedule in the pinned comment or use !schedule in the chat to see what we've got coming up. All right, everybody, we are going to hop into that runner interview with Ozokerite, who will be our Mario Kart Double Dash runner, just following the interview. So everyone stick around and enjoy.
Hi, welcome back to Binary Breakers Hope for the Holidays. Today I'm joined by my lovely friend Ozo. Would you like to introduce yourself and what you're doing today, or what we're doing today, rather?
Hello everyone, Ozo here, she/her pronouns, voicing Pingsu, also she/her pronouns. Today we are going to be playing Mario Kart Double Dash. Specifically, we are going to be playing on Mario Kart Double Dash Plus, which has more ice tracks because that's thematically appropriate for the holidays. We are going to be racing each one, and we're going to see if Anne can manage to squeak out a win somehow.
Probably not. We just played one a little bit ago. I don't think I'm winning. I think the CPUs are going to beat me even. I don't...
Aw, you're only down by like 20 seconds. I'm sure you got this.
Only 20 seconds in a speedrun marathon is the... So, can you tell me about your category you're running? When I think of Mario Kart, I don't think of, like, pacifism in the same sentence as that. That kind of blows my mind.
Well, with Mario Kart Double Dash, there's really a couple of focal points when it comes to running the game well. There is the racing lines, of course, are one of the things that you'll find in any Mario Kart game. But there's also item play and manipulation of CPUs. But CPU manipulation typically relies heavily on the item RNG. You need to manipulate what you have in your inventory, and you need to bait out reactions from your opponents based on that in order to minimize bad luck with stuff such as red shells being thrown at you and the like. So I figured one of the ways to make it more interesting would be to take away that crutch, so to speak, that element of help.
So taking the items away makes it harder and only not... in more than one way, right?
It essentially puts a lot more of a focus on your racing lines and how you can adapt to the challenges that the CPUs can throw at you.
So while you do your victory lap, can I ask you, is there a specific reason you're using a Koopa and Diddy Kong?
Well, in the run itself, I use the Koopa and Paratroopa, specifically because that they get the triple shells item, and by taking them for myself, I prevent my opponents from getting triple shells, and specifically triple reds. By minimizing the amount of red shells thrown at me, I can minimize the amount of losses I can take.
Do you have a favorite track in this game, like, casually? Or is there, like, a separate one you like in the run, or one you like casually, or is it the same?
It actually varies. First off, I assume you're talking about the base game, not all these modded tracks.
Yeah, the base game.
Yeah, just the base game? Anyways, my favorite tracks for the base game, playing casually, DK Mountain's definitely up there, Daisy Cruiser, Sherbet Land's also kind of up there. I tend to be a fan of the tracks with a lot more variety to them. Playing it for the run, I tend to like the DK Mountain a bit less because it's harder to get the shortcut where you jump across the gap consistently. I tend not to go for it in runs because it's a big time loss if you fall off.
That makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
But I like Super Mario Kart a lot. I love the GBA Mario Kart. This is definitely my weakest Mario Kart. I think it's fun, I'm just really bad at it.
The thing with Double Dash is that it's very hard to slow you down when you get hit. Like, it slows you down to a crawl, but it's very quick to get back up to speed if you get a mini drift off at the right time. Like, see, I got hit there, and I'm back up full speed.
I see.
And that's why recovery is so important in the pacifism runs, because you need to be able to recover from whatever hits you take before the crowd catches up to you, so to speak. Like, you've noticed I've gotten hit with bananas. Like, I've gotten hit by bananas, I've gotten hit by shells. I am still decently ahead of y'all.
So, why do you think Mario Kart in general is like such a big series of speed game? I've seen Double Dash runs, I've seen Super Circuit runs, Mario Kart 64 is going to be at HGQ soon, Mario Kart World is also going to be at HGQ. Why do you think we're seeing so many Mario Kart games in these big events right now?
Well, besides the natural allure of doing a racing game meant to go at high speeds in speed events, Mario Kart games essentially tend to be IL compilations.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
No matter how badly you do on one track, it's not going to affect much about how you run the next track. So it's very easy to avoid time piling up more than, say, 10 to 20 seconds a race, which is a lot, but compare that to missing a skip in certain levels of a Mario 64 or Sunshine level. If you die in one of those games, you lose like upwards of a minute sometimes.
Scary. That's a long time to speedrun.
Yeah, exactly. But like Mario Kart, it's very easy to dip your toes in and learn how to run it, because the worst that happens is that you have to polish individual levels at a time, and then you start learning how to put them together.
That's very fair and also very cool. I never thought that it was like, I never thought of that in a way that it's just a bunch of ILs.
Yeah, no. Double Dash is sick. The category I'm doing is essentially just 16 ILLs with 14 of them in a random order.
That's awesome.
I mean, yeah, later this month I'll be doing a run at Really Longathon, and that's 100%, and that's just going to be even more ILs.
So it's a really long-a-thon, so how long does it run?
100%ing the game, it's 5 to 6 hours.
Dang, that's a lot of time.
Well, the biggest challenge for it isn't how much time it takes, but how little downtime you have in the speedrun. Because if you look at my runs, the only time I have to rest my hands, really, are when I am in the cannons for DK... Oh, got lightninged off there.
No!
Or when I get, in the cannons for DK Mountain and Rainbow Road. Those are the only times where you can really rest your hands in a run.
Yeah, it makes sense. Is there, like, a lot of menuing between, like, tracks and that?
And it's all mashable. You do not wait for load screens ever.
That makes a lot of sense.
Even the credits can be mashed through.
Oh, really? You are poor.
Yeah, so I don't even get the credits. Yeah, I don't even get the credits as a resting point.
Is there tricks in this game akin to, like, Super Circuit, where you're, like, doing, like, boosts to stick over certain parts, or, like, that kind of stuff? Or is it mostly just technical execution in this?
It's a lot of technical execution. There are some skips you can do, like the DK mountain shortcut I was talking about earlier. The Blue Shell Mist again!
You're gaming. I'm doing the opposite of that. But you're gaming.
But a lot of the bigger skips would be ones you'd find in glitch categories, like the one in Waluigi Stadium, where you can skip the final 2 to 3 corners by flying up into a kill zone. Double Dash only had one ultra shortcut for like 15 years or so, and then it only started getting more in like 2018 when the game came out in 2003.
That's crazy. Speaking of when games came out, did you know that today is the 24th anniversary of the game being released in North America? As of time of this recording, not the time of Binary Breakers, the time of this recording.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you might need to say the date.
It is, yeah, it's November 18th. Alright, so can you tell me what makes Mario Kart in general like an appealing speed game to you? And I guess I would say why specifically Double Dash, but you've already told me that this is like your favorite Mario Kart. So why is this such an appealing speed game to you?
I mean, besides it being my favorite... Ooh, I got the starting boost for once. Anyways.
Let's go.
Mario Kart Double Dash in particular appeals to me because it just has so much variance from run to run. If you watch, like, the best runs of, say, Mario Kart Wii or Mario Kart 64 or whatever, sometimes, some races, it's like the CPUs aren't even there.
Yeah, it's fair. Like once you get like
Meanwhile-
good enough at like 8, like the CPUs are just trying to the nothing burger.
Yeah, exactly. You can speak that from experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
This game is mean, but it also provides you the opportunity to get right back on your feet afterwards. Minus fall-offs, of course, but just about anything, you can immediately get back up to full speed with a well-timed mini-turbo.
I do like the mini turbo
It's-
system in this game. It
Yeah,
feels...
no, it requires a lot of mashing. Well, like, it requires a lot of flickering for longer runs, especially, but, it doesn't require a minimum speed like it does for some games in the later entries. One thing to note about the power sliding, I don't know if you've identified it yet, but this game uses what I like to call rear wheel drift. You swing when you drift.
Oh, you do.
Yeah, it's why it feels so slippery compared to other games for a lot of newer players who can't quite identify it. And it will catch you off guard if you're used to other game systems. But it's very versatile. You can watch me during my runs, and you will see me use that outward drift to immediately swing around bananas and other obstacles littering the track. It gives you an immediate swing.
That's really cool. I had no clue. Like, none at all. Whoa, okay.
Yeah, it's also why on some tracks like Rainbow Road, on that spiral, you will just see me not drifting, because it will swing you off the track unless you're like a pro and you're already getting the boosts from the dash panels if you're aiming correctly.
We were gonna do a battle map real quick because we ran on the Vice Charge. There's 6 with this mod, but there is exactly 1 ice battle map in this game. So we're gonna play it. We're gonna do some movement battle. And while we do this, I'm gonna ask you my last question. Is so personally, I'm a huge fan of GameCube games. I know you are too. That's how I met you.
Right.
So
Well, specifically, we like Mario Party.
yeah, Mario Party. Yeah. So if you had to pick like a favorite GameCube game, what would your favorite GameCube game be?
Well, my favorite's Double Dash, but other GameCube games that stand out to me include Mario Parties. Specifically, Mario Party 5 is my favorite of the lot. Mario Sunshine, Thousand Year Door.
Yeah, good games. Thousand Year Door is so good.
One that might be a less common pick is I love the SpongeBob movie game and Lights, Camera, Pants, which is SpongeBob minigame collection.
Don't you stream that? Or do you run that? I know you stream it. Do you Ow! You cooked me!
I do stream 5 days a week or whatever, but it's variety content. I did stream both of those games already this year. The VODs are up on my YouTube, but like I'd play them again if people wanted. You can catch my VODs on YouTube, but I'm more active on Twitch and Blue Sky under the same name, Ozokerite. And then I do play this game. I mostly only stream it when I have a event going on, but I am willing to play it pretty much whenever people want to see me play it. If you need lessons, my DMs are open. And that does include you, Anne.
I was about to say I might have to reach out. I did not do very good today.
Hey, you got second a couple times.
Second a couple of times, and then it's the robots occasionally.
If they feel like being nice.
If they feel like nice. That's what they really mean. Me and the CPUs we wouldn't have hung out in high school. Let me just say that. Thank you so much for watching us play Mario Kart. Thank you for watching Ozo smoke me in Mario Kart, I should say. I did not do very good today, but I hope you enjoyed this. And yeah, stick around for some more speedruns after this. It's going to be a fantastic first day of Binary Breaker Soap Holidays. See ya!
See ya!
Hello, everyone. Thanks for sticking around with us during that fun runner interview, which will be for our runner that's coming up just here in a moment. But first of all, I'd like to let you know about a new reward incentive that is coming up. that we have just opened up for our Kabuto Park Runner coming up later today. During that 100% run, we are trying to save as many bugs as possible. For every $5 that we put in for that reward incentive, we're going to save one more bug at the end of the run instead of selling them. We have 27 of those that we can possibly get for a total of 135. So if you're looking to keep around some of the extremely cute bugs in that very cute game, think about heading over to Tiltify and donating to our excellent cause. But without further ado, I'm going to take us over to our next run of Mario Kart Double Dash that we're going to get ready to start right now. All right, and Ozokure, if you would like to introduce yourself and give kind of an intro for the run, your commentator with you.
Alrighty. Ozokerite here, she, her pronouns. You can just refer to me as Ozo if that makes it easier on you. I am a Mario Kart Double Dash speedrunner as of a few months now. Been doing a few events. Got my co-commentator Andy on the mic here. Would you like to introduce yourself, Andy?
Yes, hello, I'm Andy. I'll be providing a commentary for this run. I'm glad to be here.
Now, Andy is far more experienced than I am in the matter. One of the top 10 in the entire leaderboard when it comes to All Cup Tour in general. That being said, he doesn't do it quite as silly as I do it. We are doing pacifist percent, which means that I have demapped my item buttons. I cannot use any items that I pick up from item boxes. The only items that I can use are ones that I run over on the ground, and I'm only allowing myself that stuff because running over an item to end a run would be painful to reset for.
All right, are you ready to get started?
I mean, I'm ready when you all are. Is there anything y'all would like to go over before we start the run?
I don't believe so. I think you are all clear to get us started with some Mario Kart.
Alright, just for clarification, time starts when I hit OK here and start the run. And the time will end when I cross the finish line on Rainbow Road, which is the 16th track. Now then, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck on your run. Hey everyone, I'm Andy. I'll be providing the commentary for this Mario Kart Double Dash run while Ozo attempts to go really fast, maybe even get a PB. This is the All Cup Tour category in which we play all 16 tracks in the game. The first track is always Luigi's Circuit, which is the one we're on right now. Final track is always Rainbow Road. The 14 tracks in between are randomized each time you start All Cup Tour. In fact, each time, it's quite possible you could be getting an order of tracks no one's ever seen before. I believe the possible number of permutations is somewhere around 78 billion, 14 factorial.
It's ridiculously high.
Right? There is a similar category called All Cups in which you play each base cup in order. That category is more used for race scenarios, so you can better tell which player is ahead. But since Ozo's playing alone today, there's no need for that. We'll just get one nice in-game time at the end. This category does use in-game time on the speedrun.com leaderboards, but today for the marathon we'll be using real time. Alright, so how do you go fast in Mario Kart Double Dash? It's kind of innately a speedrun if you think about it. The goal is to just complete the race as fast as possible. But to help along the way, Ozo's going to be doing a lot of what's called mini turbos. If you can see on her cart here, that when she gets the blue sparks on the tires, she releases those and then the cart will get a short burst of speed for about half a second. So we're going to be doing a lot of those. And you're already done with the first race before I could even finish explaining things.
Yeah, no, that second lap was a bit rough, but not too bad for a starting race.
Right. So if you're just joining in, this is going to be a pacifist run in which Ozo cannot use any items from item boxes.
Yeah,
She
no,
can
I
only
demapped.
Demapped your item button, right?
Yeah, that's one of the reasons that this is probably better done on the emulator, unless you want to root out the buttons of your controller for this run, which is probably not good long term.
Alright, so even if you got a star or a mushroom from an item box, you can't use it.
Yeah, the only way I'd be able to use it is if I got bowled over by an item that like knocked my inventory out, and then I ran it over on the track.
That's right. So that being said, the computer players aren't following that rule, and they are allowed to attack you ruthlessly.
Well,
You'll probably be seeing lots of blue shells and red shells. It is possible to dodge both of those with a well-timed mini turbo. If you're familiar with the modern Mario Kart games, you charge your mini turbos by just holding a drift around the corner. This is an older Mario Kart game where we have what's called manual mini turbos, and you actually have to get each charge individually by moving the stick left and right. So it's quite harder on the hands.
Yeah, no. A lot of people would know the style better from Mario Kart DS, where snaking was a big thing. It's not quite as big in this game, but it is still something that exists.
Yeah. Now, let's get into the character selection here. You've got the two Koopas, Koopa Troopa and Paratroopa. Normally, it's good to pick these even when not doing a pacifist run because they can both gain access to the special item Triple Shells. But another reason you'd pick them today is because if you are playing as the Koopas, the computers cannot be the Koopas, and they would attack you with Triple Shells.
Yeah, correct. It lessens the amount of projectiles being thrown at me.
Additionally, we have a save file set up that does not have Petey Piranha and King Boo unlocked. Therefore, nice dodge, by the way.
Yeah, that was too close to cover.
So therefore, Petey and Boo cannot show up, and we don't want them either because they can gain access to every special item, including the Triple Shells, the Bowser Shells, what is Bob-omb, you know, all those bad things. And they're also considered heavyweights.
Speaking of bad things, hello there, Baby Park.
Yes, this is Baby Park, an infamous track that is just known for being a big oval. There's really
Sing
not
the
much
song with
to
us.
it. There's not much to this track. I was gonna ask the host if there were any donations that need to be read now, just because this track is pretty basic and standard.
Yeah, you kind of just watch the chaos happen. There's not much to say about it, unless you want to
Yeah.
talk about like the legacy.
This is both a favorite and maybe a less favorite one of mine, depending on the situation and various games. But yeah, with items on, but you're not being able to use them, I'm sure Baby Park is a little bit of a pain point in this run. Is my assumption.
Just a bit.
Yeah, it's all
Yes,
about taking good corners. Go ahead.
Yeah, we do have a donation that came in, an anonymous one for $10 that just says "Happy Double Dashing."
Heck yeah.
Thank you.
You're having a fun time already. You know, minus Baby Park being a little bit chaotic.
Yeah. Were there
I
any
need to
others?
Let's see. While we're on the subject of that, a reminder that we are raising money for the Lavender Rights Project. You can use the !! Charity command in chat, and that can tell you a little bit more about what you're donating to. And as I mentioned before, we've got still got that bid war open on the Ed and Eddie run that's coming up. On if we want to do the small head or big head for their head size as part of that run, which I'm sure will be silly either way. So make sure you get your donations in for that if you're donating, as well as we've opened up that reward for Kabuto Park, which is to save a bug for every $5 donated. We can save up to 27 bugs. That basically gets us to a Terraria % more or less if we save all of them.
Very nice. Thank you for that. I did want to point out about Baby Park. It's one of 2 tracks in the game in which you do not race 3 laps. It actually has 7. And the other one will be Wario Coliseum. We'll see that one in a little bit. This is Dino Jungle, a track that I think came back in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and 7.
Not 8 Deluxe, it came back in 7 in Mario Kart Tour, along with Mario Kart World.
Ah, thank you. This track is one of our community member, Baseball Kid. He's a Dino Jungle specialist. And he just became a dad recently, so congratulations to Baseball Dad. Nice geyser dodge by getting hit by the shell, by the way. I think you were about to hit that, but the shell saved you.
Maybe. It's the little blessings, I guess. But yeah, a lot of people like to claim they're specialists at certain tracks. Gosh dang it.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Nothing you can do about that.
Yeah, there are worse places to get shocked. I know the Tail on Yoshi circuit's probably one of my least favorites to get shocked on. Rainbow
that's
Road has
happened
a
to
lot
me.
of spots as well.
Yeah, this course has a shortcut off to the side. You see that path off to the right. It is possible to take that quite easily with a mushroom, and it's also possible without a mushroom, but it's much harder. There's like a 2 or 3 pixel wide section of that bridge that does not count as off-road, and you can mini turbo across it.
Yeah, no, you won't see me do any of those super tough shortcuts because they essentially require perfect luck from the opponents around me, and you're not going to get that in these runs.
Yeah, only a few people can actually do it consistently. I am not one of them.
Yeah, no. Anyways, earlier you were talking about track specialists because you said Baseball Kid was a dyno specialist. How common is it to be a track specialist versus just being like an all-around racer?
It's pretty common. When you find a track that you're comfortable with, you tend to play it more and you can figure out things faster. For me, it's Sherbertland specifically, which you played earlier against that, what was their name? I'm sorry, and their
Aneurysms.
Aneurysm, yeah. I play more Sherbertland than other tracks, so I guess I could call myself a Sherbertland specialist. Hey, you're a quarter done with the run already. That's 4 tracks out of 16.
Hey, we'll take progress.
All right, this is Waluigi Stadium. This
Ugh.
track was the first track to have a shortcut discovered when the game came out. And by shortcut in this context, I mean one where you abuse like the Lakitu respawn system.
Sing it.
You see Ozo actually driving off to the side here. It's because being in the air in this game is quite bad. You always want to minimize your time in the air. It's so bad that driving through the mud is actually preferable to taking that jump through the air. Another way...
There's no trick system in this game, and there's no gliding or flying mechanics. So being in the air is essentially just dead time. You want to avoid it whenever possible.
One way we minimize the time in the air is by using the fast fall technique, which you see Ozo just did right there. By holding in the drift button and the analog stick to the left or the right, you initiate what's called a fast fall, and you push the cart to the ground faster. We'll use it coming up on this ramp here as well, about halfway through.
Yeah.
Very nice. We usually use that on Wario Coliseum, which has a lot of jumps. The shortcut I was talking about earlier that was discovered is coming up here. You actually launch the cart off of the wall here, which is kind of sloped, and get launched into the death barrier. It saves a few seconds. We'll not be doing that.
Corner.
And it'll spawn you right about here.
Yeah, it's the only ultra shortcut that was found for like the first 15 years of the game's life.
That's true. And then there was a shortcut revolution quite a few years ago.
Yeah,
you can check out the summoning salt.
You gotta kill it once a run.
I think another one was on Bowser's Castle, which is not a track we've seen yet in this run, but it'll be coming up soon.
Eventually.
Yeah, we just dodged the fire bars and the fake piranha plants. This hasn't been a bad run so far, has it? I think you've only been shocked once or twice.
Yeah, but one of those shocks was...
Okay, well, you dodged the red shell, at least.
And I lost the race.
Oh, no, that's okay.
Yeah, no, Waluigi Stadium hates me. It's my kryptonite, honestly.
It is quite a tricky one. With the, like, driving through the mud and the ramps. But it's over now. You got through it.
Part of the issue is just that the CPUs tend to be more of a threat based on how close they are to your proximity. A lot of their items lose their power once you get a certain distance away from them, and Waluigi Stadium is a track where it's very, very hard to get that initial distance.
Alright, here we are on Mushroom Bridge. This is the first track of the Flower Cup, and it's one of the tracks where Ozo will actually be able to take advantage of some potential items on the ground in this pacifist run. This mushroom car that you'll see in a little bit, you can bonk into it, and it will not make you spin out, but instead it'll spawn a mushroom. Let's see if you can get one.
Pretty good.
Yeah, we'll take it. It's one of the few mushrooms.
Yeah, no, there's a few tracks that you can get them on. One you saw, if you were paying attention earlier, was on mushrooms on Mario Circuit. You can get one from when the Goombas get hit with items.
Yeah, or if they get lightning bolted.
Yeah, lightning bolted, bombed. green shell, Bowser shell. Pretty much anything that flattens them produces a mushroom.
Hey, there's another one. We'll
pretty.
take that.
Yeah.
Those are allowed in the pacifist run because we did not actually use them.
Yeah, no, the main reason I decided to allow items on the ground for this category is just to avoid reset potential. It's very, very bad if there's anything that would just force a reset from the start of a 16-track marathon,
Right.
essentially.
So we allow that ground items naturally
Yeah.
spawning.
Yeah.
That's nice. Another one. Can we get a fourth one? Oh, that's okay. That's okay. We didn't really need it. A133,
Yeah, no, that
not
was
bad.
just hubris. That was hubris.
All right, is that the halfway point? No, one more. One more.
No.
Two more?
You're giving me way too much credit there.
I'm not keeping track. All right, let's see what's next.
Track.
Mushroom City.
I get it.
Hey, this is the other track that has the mushroom cars.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Yeah,
see if
I've
we can
had a
get some of
few-
those.
I've had a few really good clips on the first lap with this track, but it's on and off.
Here it comes.
Yeah.
Oh, did you not hit it? Oh, no. That's
Yeah,
too
no, I
bad.
stopped just shy.
Interesting that the track picking is setting you up for all these on the ground mushrooms. The game's really
No.
trying to pump that all together.
Yeah, it's being
Yeah, no.
generous.
These tracks do operate on a cycle. Any track with a traffic system in it.
Oh yeah, that brings up a good point. The cycle terminology. There's some tracks like this one, and then Daisy Cruiser and
Where'd the
Bowser's
mushroom go?
Castle. I don't know.
I heard the mushroom sound.
When we get to Daisy Cruiser, I'll talk about the cycles a little bit more.
Yeah,
But
no.
basically, it's an element that also moves around the track, so it affects. It could be bad or good depending on how slow or fast you drive.
Yeah.
For example, this blue car here.
Frickin'. Dang it.
It's okay.
That's the worst I've ever been on that section. Good lord. Anyways, one of the worst sections for cycles is at the end of the third lap here, and then there's another one on the beginning of the third lap here.
Yeah, there's gonna be
Depending on when
a
you
red
get
car.
here. And I'm
Right
talking about
about
the
now.
Caterpillar bus if you're slow.
Oh, I see. The
Yeah,
Wiggler
but
wagon.
Yeah, we were slow enough to be behind that because I screwed up so badly in the...
Oh, you tried to go up the stairs there. I didn't even know those were there.
Me either.
That's okay.
Yeah, I just didn't want to get caught in the corner of the Wiggler there.
Nice banana dodge.
But yeah, I'm talking about these bomb cars that were back here. They come at you like two side by side. if
And
you
they
come
can
here at the
move
wrong
up to
time.
right.
Yeah, they can. They can go almost to the center line. But yeah, no, that was a pretty rough race on this one.
Yeah, that's okay. It's all about trying to dodge the cars, the NPC cars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no,
it's okay.
every time I got hit by a car, I just kept getting hit by them. It was never just one spin, and that's why it was so bad.
All right, Dry Desert. I've been waiting for this one. Now it's time to talk about why did we pick this particular cart. This car is called the Barrel Train. It's the fastest car in Mario Kart Double Dash, and it's exceptional because it has high speed and even high off-road speed. So you can see Ozo's driving through the yellow sand here, but she's not actually losing that much speed. It's because the Barrel Train's off-road speed it's barely getting affected by this sand. And she
Yeah.
drives through the sand because you end up driving less overall, and even though the cart's getting slowed down like 1 mile an hour. Sorry about that, Red Shell.
You're fine. I get terrible luck with those, it feels like.
Again, you'll see her drive through the yellow sand here just to minimize the amount of driving. Oh, that's
This
okay.
drift didn't start.
Yeah, that's happened to me many times. There's 4 types of sand on this track. There's the white sand, which is like the main road. The yellow sand, which is what we call like light off-road, which you can drive through just fine. The orange sand actually does heavily slow you down. And then brown sand off to the right is the out of bounds. I think that was your first lightning in like 3 tracks, maybe?
The last time I think was Dino Jungle when I fell off from it.
Yeah, that's not bad. When we did
We're back
practice
just-
runs, you got shocked a lot.
Don't jinx it. We still have half the races left.
Commentator's curse.
You're tempting it.
Yeah, so we kind of call this driving through the sand. You may have heard this term in racing or Mario Kart before, the racing line. Even though you get slowed down by the off-road, it still end up faster to drive.
Wait.
Oh no. Yeah, just back it up. There we go. The racing
Only
line
during
is
runs.
like, yeah, it's okay. Taking the optimal line is like driving the least, because we know that, like in geometry, for example, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, so we kind of want to drive in straight lines as much as we can. That's why driving through the off-road on dry desert is optimal. All right, you're halfway done. Let's see what's next. DK Mountain. All right. This track is loved by many, but for speedrunners, it's probably one of our least favorites. If you remember, I mentioned earlier on Waluigi Stadium, it's very bad to be in the air in Double Dash. And due to the bumpiness on this downhill section, we're going to be spending a lot of time in the air. So there's a
Especially
lot
on
of
the map
variance.
itself.
Yeah, see, even right there.
Well, it doesn't help when I get shoved to the high heavens.
Uh-huh. It's the,
Yeah, no.
it's those heavyweights. I don't think I mentioned this earlier, but I want to talk briefly about the weight classes in this game. There's 3 weight classes, which each character is divided into. Lightweight, middleweight, and heavyweight. And the reason we're picking lightweight characters is because those characters, or those carts, actually get the longest length of mini turbos. Theirs are half a second. So really, there's no individual character stats in this game like there are in the modern games. It's just the carts that have stats. So we pick the Koopas just so that the computers can't be Koopas. But as long as you pick any 2 lightweights, you should be fine. That was a nice blue dodge.
I didn't even mini turbo there.
Yeah, it's the bumpiness of the mountain that kind of messed up its trajectory.
You'll see that.
Well, there's the revenge one.
Yeah, I would have gone back for the mushroom if we weren't on the hairpins.
There's a gap cut you can do there, but it's a bit advanced.
Yeah, and more importantly, it's hard to get consistently with the CPUs breathing down your neck.
Oh yeah.
And falling off in this game is much nastier than in the newer Mario Karts.
Oh
I
no,
almost
another
made
shock.
the cannon dodge.
And
We
we
haven't
hold
seen
up
many
here.
shocks recently.
and then you get one. I'm sorry. You hold up during the cannon animation so that you can fall faster, just
it's
to
a very
minimize
small-
airtime.
It's a very small game, but every bit counts.
Yeah. And this bumpiness, just we try to stay on the road as much as we can, rather than being bumped around. Nice, free mushroom.
Yeah, I saw that one hiding in the shrub.
Another one? That was a bit risky to go for with the bumpiness of the bridge.
Nah.
There you go, you survived DK Mountain.
Yeah, no, that was rough, but we made it.
Yeah, over halfway done. I wonder
Now
what your
we're
pace
over
is looking
halfway.
like.
Probably going to be over a 39, knowing my luck.
All right, Peach Beach. This is the second track of the Mushroom Cup. A great track for beginners to learn the mechanics of the game. Due to the upcoming section here on the beach, it's just so wide and open. You can practice your mini turbos and get more familiar with the game. The water does slow you down, but only if you are deep in it. So you can touch the shallow ends of the water and not lose any speed. Thanks again to the Barrel Train's high off-road speed.
Yeah, the water here is on a cycle.
Right. I'm so sorry I jinxed the lightning.
You did.
This track is also famous for being one of the 2 tracks you race in the heavily prestigious all pipes category on
You have to
speedrun.com.
mention that every
Yes,
time.
it's one of the best categories. Everyone is a big fan, I'm pretty sure. Oh, there was a star. Oh,
I
no.
was going to get it, but the freaking red shell.
It's okay.
It blends into the sands. Someone recognizes it.
Yeah, if you didn't know, there's a pipe off to the left there, which is definitely not faster. It's a
Never
very,
is.
very bad decision to go into that pipe. But we all did it as kids, I'm pretty sure, and thought we were really cool doing it. That's one of the many long cuts in this
still
game.
here.
Oh wow, that was lucky. Normally items don't stay on the ground that long.
Well, it's a short lap and no one ran into it was the main thing.
Somehow, we'll take it. Nice race.
But yeah, no, the other pipe that you would have mentioned would have been on Mushroom Bridge, but it's even more out of the way because you have to go into a little detour side area.
Right, and then Pipe Plaza. Oh boy, Sherbetland, this is my favorite track in the game. Both driving it, the music, time trials, Grand Prix, I love this one. Another cycle-based track due to the Shy Guys, the skate guys, I don't know what you want to call them, those blue guys.
The Skater Boys.
Fantastic reference.
Someone had to make it.
It's actually one of the shorter tracks. I think only Baby Park might be shorter than this one, or Peach Beach and Baby Park.
Yeah. Definitely one of the shorter ones.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. The ice road, the icy road, heavily amplifies the slidiness of this game. If you've ever played this game just casually, you probably noticed how slippery it feels, so this track would probably be even more frustrating for you.
Yeah. If you let me describe it, a lot of people don't know why they don't like the controls in this game because they control very different to any other Mario Kart. And the reason that it is that way is whenever you power slide, your wheels slide around. It's a rear wheel drift. You slide from the back wheels, not the front wheels like you do in every other Mario Kart game, which results in your heart swinging outward very sharply.
That's correct, and another thing, you start a drift in this game, you don't actually hop like you do in like 64 or DS. You just start sliding. It has to do with the mechanics, like having a second driver. You can't just lift that whole cart up. Anyway, you got over 100 points, so that means we've got 5 tracks left.
Correct. We've seen everything in the mushroom cut.
Oh yeah.
Seen everything.
Our runner's really fast.
Yeah, turns out it's a speed run. We're really cooking, yeah.
Yeah, now one of the best things about Mario Kart games in general, the speedrun, is that it's basically a collection of individual splits that you can practice separately of each other.
Oh yeah, that's
in time trial mode.
Mm-hmm.
This is Daisy Cruiser, actually one of the more difficult tracks.
Yeah, cycles come back with a vengeance here.
Yeah, you saw those tables that we just drove past. Those move left to right based on how the timer in game, and they are pretty heavy. If you bonk into them, you'll just get stopped. Also, we've got the pool section up ahead here, down these stairs. You can go around on the right, and it saves a little bit of time. It's quite risky and more of an advanced strategy. And then the bumpiness on the stairs here, too.
Yeah, the bumpiness is just one of the 7 sins of life, honestly.
Here come the tables.
Yep.
So you may notice this hole on the right here. You can fall down that if you want to go slow. That's another one of Nintendo's trademark long cuts.
Yeah, no, in one of my practice runs last week, I had a lightning shock me into the hole. So we actually got to see it used.
You still have one more chance. You could give the people what they want. Or maybe what they don't want.
It's a bit late for a donation incentive, I feel.
Yeah, it might be hard to get that in the schedule, but you could always just do it for the fans, you know?
It's up to you. We all did it as kids, and it'd be nice. Let's see.
It's funny you mentioned it as a long cut of, like, it looks like it should be something that's faster in the run, but turns out not to be.
Ozo denies us.
Yeah, no, I teased you a bit by making sure I power slid close to it.
You teased it. Is that what you said?
I mean, if you want to see it, I have the VOD from last week.
Hey, sub 2 on Daisy, nice.
Yeah, no, especially with the shock.
We're 3/4 of the way done with this All Cup Tour Pacifist run. I believe we have, let's see, Yoshi Circuit, Wario Coliseum, Rainbow Road, and what am I missing?
Bowser Castle.
Bowser's Castle. So a lot of the Special Cup. Yoshi Circuit's what's up?
Oh yeah, I was saying that's why we're not going to hit the PB on this one.
Hey, don't be so sure. Yoshi Circuit's a pretty basic track. I have lost my my game footage. I don't know. Things going okay?
Yeah, I'm in the tunnel right now.
Yeah, I'll just have to look at the stream. This is another track with one of those long cuts off to the left there. You can actually jump off into that tunnel.
Yeah, it's up by where the eye would be on Yoshi's diagram on the map.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I got my game footage back. Okay.
You got it?
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but thanks to the tech team, as always.
It's never come back in any of the remakes of this track, so it's only been in Double Dash to this day.
Yeah, I suppose it'd be okay in like versus mode because there's double item block in there, but it's still, you kind of need a mushroom to get it consistently. You can get it without one, but it's quite difficult.
It's one of those things where it's theoretically good to take if you want to avoid getting hit by items, but also so many of the items that are actually reaching up to hit you are items that home in on you anyway.
Right. And then there's the cut right here. You can jump through the grass if you have a mushroom as well.
Yeah.
That is done during time trials. And you can actually do that one without a mushroom. It's a bit difficult.
Bit difficult requires a clean track to do it on, which is not always guaranteed.
Yeah, it's more used in time trials. It depends on how confident you're feeling. Oh, you overlapped Wario. Nice blue shell dodge.
Yeah,
you're making some moves.
Perfect. And then I missed the easier one.
Yeah, it's quite a tight window to dodge the blue shells in this game. You have to release the main turbo at just the right time.
I'm sorry I passed you, Wario.
And luckily that lightning did not shock you off into the water.
Yeah, no, like I said, the tail around Yoshi is a terrible place for that shock to happen, where it just knocks you right off.
Okay, I'm gonna predict Wario Coliseum next. I got the 1 in 2 chance. There we go.
Wow, would you like to play that coin flipper roguelike that's been out lately?
Okay, Wario Coliseum is a track where we're gonna take advantage of the fast falling technique I mentioned earlier, where you just hold the drift button and left or right. And because there's many jumps on this track, we've already seen 2 of them before I could finish my sentence. And then up here, we've got a new technique to introduce. This big spiral here. If you can hold the drift button R and mash L while doing that, you'll take the spiral a little bit tighter. We call this technique the L tech because you're mashing L. It's just a way to minimize the amount of time spent on the spiral. And you can also use it on this mini spiral here too. If you saw Ozo's blue sparks actually turn yellow there, that's because she was doing the L tech, which cancels your current charge.
Yeah, it's restarting mini turbos en masse.
Mm-hmm. And then you see her go around the side here instead of going on over the big jump because, as we know, being in the air, very bad. So we minimize the amount of time in the air. That was a good time to be shocked, if I'm being honest.
Better than 2 seconds later.
Yeah. And then this is the other track in the game, along with Baby Park, that is not 3 laps, but rather 2. This track is the longest by single lap. It's a little bit longer than Rainbow Road. But in terms of total time, since it's only 2 laps, Rainbow Road is longer. We fast fall here, and then we'll get one more showcase of the L tech. We're going to hold R and left and mash the L button as fast as we can. There is a more advanced way to take the spiral even more tighter, which is called R tech, in which you do not mash the R button, but rather tap it at a very specific rhythm. It's even faster than L tech, but much harder to pull off. Because if you're even one frame off in either faster or slower, it's gonna not work as well. It's quite an advanced technique.
How many people use it, would you say?
People in top 100 probably on time trial mode. I mean, in time trials, I meant. Yeah,
of course.
Yeah. I'd say once you're about the Titan level, which is like average, you could probably start using it. It's a very specific tempo.
I'll take that. Blue shell avoidance.
Yeah, that's another way to dodge blue shells. Cross the finish line.
Elite
Valid strategy.
strats.
All right, you've got Bowser's Castle and Rainbow Road coming up.
Going in order, what are we, idiots?
Bowser's Castle, this track famous for having the music used in the final boss of Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix, everyone's favorite game.
I'll bring that up.
I do. And this is one of the other cycle-based tracks. You can already see the thwomps. That's one of them. And then the fireballs coming out of the ground right here. And then the third thing would be up ahead after this spiral, this spinning firebar, all cycle-based. And then we'll see one more thing.
Yeah,
So,
this is the most cycle-based track in the game.
There's just so many moving parts. We still have one more coming up. There's the Bowser statue shooting fireballs after this staircase right here.
Yep.
Looks like you're going to have a good one here because he's already shot it, so you'll have a free path to take this gap cut. Very
Yeah,
nice.
any cycles in this game start the moment that you show up at the starting line.
And this is another case of fast falling, but you don't want to do it right away because then you'll fall too soon into the water. So good job by Ozo to land sooner there.
Yeah.
Dodge the thwomps. Right path is sometimes better, it all depends, but good awareness.
Yeah, no, the thwomp cycles can actually get messed up alongside a few other hazards in this game. If they get hit with a big enough item, it can force them up and out of cycle.
That's something I don't think I've ever seen.
Yeah, no, if you hit them with like a star or like a Bowser shell, I think. Maybe not
interesting.
Bowser shell, but any bomb or like star will knock the thwomps up.
Looks like you should get a clear path here for the cut. I think you'll be fast enough to before he shoots the fireball. Very nice.
Yeah, no, the only time I really messed up there was getting hit by the spinning fire wheel on lap 2 so far.
Oh, that was very close. That was a quite risky fastball, but it worked out. I did want to mention earlier, I talked about the shortcut that was discovered on Waluigi Stadium, the first shortcut discovered with like Lakitu spawning. This track has a ultra shortcut in which you can launch yourself off to the side. Up ahead, I'll point it out. And you can basically complete a lap in around 10 or 15 seconds if you do it properly, which actually turns this from one of the longest tracks into one of the shortest. It's off to the right here. You can launch yourself off the side there very specifically, and
Yeah,
the
'cause
game will
it's
think
right-
you're behind the finish line.
Yeah, because it's right next to the line, just up higher.
Those were unfortunate banana peel placements.
Yeah, no, I got around them, but oh boy.
It looks like you'll get good fireball cycles from the Bowser statue on all 3 laps.
Yeah.
But that feels nice.
Yeah, that's excellent. Would you mind if I hop in? I've got a couple donations coming in to...
Yep, you've got one more
check.
track.
Perfect. Get this out of the way before we see Rainbow Road. All right, we've got $30 from Leggy Starscream saying, always wonderful to see an awesome event for a super important cause. Good luck to all the runners and organizers, and remember, big head, best head. And that is, of course, going to the bid war on the Ed, and Eddie Ed head size towards Big Head, which I believe is now just narrowly in the lead. It's a very tight race on that. So if you want to get your donations in for the Ed head size bid war, you've got just until that run starts to do so. And following that, we also have an anonymous donation for $10 without comment. Thank you, Anonymous.
Thanks so much.
Great
All right.
shot.
We're on the final track of the run. Just heads up for the tech team. The time stops as soon as Ozu crosses the finish line on lap 3. So this is Rainbow Road. They call it a road that you go.
Yeah, if you want to sing along with him, feel free to. I never do.
This is the longest track in the game in terms of total time. Usually you're going to have runs at least 3 minutes long, maybe closer to 3:20. I myself am one of the few to barely manage a sub 3 in time trials. I have like a 2:58 or something. We're going to see the L-Tech on this final spiral that we mentioned a couple tracks ago on Warrior Coliseum, just to take the spiral a little bit tighter. Very nice. 105 lap 1. So you're on pace for about 3:15.
Yeah, I don't think I'm getting a PB, but I should be within 30 seconds or so. Unless things go horribly wrong. Knock, knock, hint, hint.
Nice red dodge.
Yeah, no. The early part of this track is very easy to dodge reds on because it's so bumpy.
We also have a chance of being able to pick up stars on the side of the road. It's unlikely, and they're kind of out of the way sometimes, but we'll see. You see that shooting star up ahead. It can land on the track and spawn a star. Actually,
Yeah,
we do
there's
see one there.
but it was
It's
too
quite
close
risky to
edge.
go for, yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's
those
one
are
of the few
allowed.
things. It's one of the few things that is not consistent between races. They will spawn in different places each time you play this track.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Another fast fall here. And luckily you got over that gap before that blue shell hit you. Like nice awareness to back up into the shroom as well. And then take some
Adaptability,
LTEC.
baby. One lap.
A final lap of the run. Just want to say it's been great being here as your commentator.
Yeah, no, thanks for doing this. This is Andy's first time co-commentating for this category.
Yeah, I've done some commentary for 1v1s and time trial mode, but never for a marathon, so thanks for having me.
Yeah, this has been a very fun run.
Yeah, no. If you're interested in this sort of stuff, I love running this sort of game, and I tend to do practice runs a week before any of my events like this. So you can always catch me practicing up on it.
I also want to say
Although-
I do offer free coaching in Double Dash if you're interested in speedrunning. There's also a whole community of people who are willing to help with anything that you might need, whether it's like where do I buy the game, or how do I even start, how do I unlock the barrel train. There's a whole community. We're willing to help. Time's
Yeah,
coming up.
There's a Discord server for that attached to like the speedrun.com link.
Time. 3:19, not bad. Let's get that in-game time too, just for fun.
Yeah, for reference, my best real-time finish is 38:27, and my best in-game time is 32 minutes and 10 seconds. I'll
Let's
let
see what
the
you got.
cutscene play out for y'all.
What are these characters called again from Sunshine? Piantas?
Piantas.
Piantas, thank you.
And the little ones are Nokis.
I'm gonna predict you got a, let's see, 30 to 30. Wait, is that what you said what your PB was?
32:10 is the PB. I'm predicting like 25. 32:25. 32:35.
Hey, that's not bad for a marathon. I'd take
Yeah,
that.
no. Some awful tracks. I'll take it.
Congrats, GG.
All right, congrats. Any last minute shout yourself out or anything that you want to do as the runner or commentators?
Well, I'll let you go first, Andy.
Oh, just thanks again for having me. It's fun to commentate. Just if you're interested in running the game, reach out to either me or anyone in the public Mario Kart Double Dash Discord, which you can find on our speedrun.com page.
And then on my end, my handle on here is Ozokerite11. I stream 5 days a week on Twitch, Wednesdays through Sundays. I stream Double Dash whenever I have events coming up, like the really, really longathon run I got going on the 29th, I believe, where I'll be doing 100% for this game, which is a run that will take 5 to 6 hours.
Ooh. Exciting.
Yeah, no, Andy will not be co-commentating that one. He has better things to do.
I could maybe do like 30 minutes.
Oh, aren't you generous? But yeah, no, I'm still really new to the community. I've only been streaming since February and doing speedruns since August, so it's been really fun doing this sort of stuff with people.
I do see Anon Guy in the chat. That's the third best Mario Kart Double Dash player in the world. What's up, Anon Guy?
All right. Unless you have anything else, I think thank you for the excellent run. This has been a really exciting one. Fun just to see some Mario Kart.
Always is.
All right. All right. Thank you everyone for an excellent run. This is going to be it for me as host. We're going to get ready to take this to a break, but I appreciate everyone having me here for the first couple of runs to kick off the marathon. I've been Zachary20XX and will continue to be as we've got a Stardew run coming up for me later today. but I will be shortly leaving you in the very capable hands of Cheese J, who will be taken over as host here shortly.